Okay, here we go. Yay, everybody. So I tried to do desk camera view, but it wasn't working. So giving up on that for an unboxing. Cup of tea. So big thing. Watching so entrepreneur side of stuff. It's daily vlog, quick, sharp, short, sweet, done to the T. Time for tea, exactly. So Dan Henry, I was watching some things of him now. On some of his videos, I didn't like his persona. However, I listened to what he was saying, and then it led me to a couple of his other videos, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And he mentioned some pretty cool things, but nothing which I hadn't heard from Russell Brunson. I mean, Russell Brunson's just, his method and delivery is just like, he knows his stuff deep, inside out. Not that Dan Henry he does as well, there's no doubt about that. It's just that, you resonate with certain people and things. So I'm wanting to do this to show people like what it's like from the very beginning. Well, I'd say very beginning, but being interested in this field of either marketing and so on for quite a few years, just had an interest, never got anything fully scaled up or down, however this is changing now. It's understanding of systems and concepts and so on is all kind of coming together. And one of the main thing is like, how do you get people to know about you? Well, you either can pay for ads or you can do, blogging, vlogging and so on. So I thought, you know what, let's just do vlogging. And Miles Beckler said something really, really cool. And it's like him and his wife create multi-million kind of businesses and so on. But when they were starting out, it's like finding what really resonated with them individually. She was real into writing and so on. So she just hit blogging, content and writing and so on. Him, it was more directed to video and so on. So it got me thinking, it's like, okay, let's do a combination of things and see which really kind of hits it. Like, what is his name? SPF. So there's a podcast out there, and his name just escapes me. And I was just thinking about it yesterday. Anyway, his methodology as well is similar. And so thus, I like all this kind of gear, I like tech, and I like just getting some new stuff. So that's why this is kind of all interlinked. Let's get some monitor speakers down and let's bring them in. Now, need a knife. Let's just do everything live, unscripted, it's raw, it's real, and hey, we're here. I need to change that. Here we go, gear for music. Yes, thank you guys. Paid for this, by the way. This isn't a freebie. M-Audio speakers, monitor speakers. Just like to have some nice sound quality. Right, here we go. Through. Now, I might keep looking over here because I'm just checking what my screen looks like. I'm going to do a video about this because when you're kind of starting out, it's like, alright, what do you kind of need? Equipment setup, learning things like OBS. I was using Zoom and I did some videos and I thought, yeah, these are cool, and it's got a lot of really cool things on it. However, you upload it and then you send your link to someone, and if they ain't got a Zoom account, they can't watch it. It's just like, right, roadblock, next. Did another one with another thing called Loom. Now that's awesome. So I'm learning a bit more on that. But then I was just like, okay, I need to get down with OBS, and I also wanted to have music in background. but music which were getting played directly on the system, so you know, through my Mac and so on. So and then be able to speak on the speaker and have everything interconnected. Now OBS is just awesome now. I'm loving OBS. The only difference is with Loom, you upload that video, it's so fast, but it also transcribes and stuff, and I'm just like, right, which way do I do it? Do it all on OBS? Do I do it on Loom? Do it on OBS? Upload it to Loom? You know, just to get that transcription thing done, and then upload it to YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and Pinterest and so on. So we're gonna have a little ecosystem, and it's coming together. So let's see where it goes. Right. Interesting fact about this: once opened one of these boxes like that for a desk, you cut all the desktop, didn't they? They had the top facing up closest to there. Celebrate. I don't have that desk anymore. You know, one of them. Right. Okay. Now this would be better doing this on the desk or on the floor. However, I'm trying to video it at the same time. Now that little is from an amazing guy, Fred Lamb. Yes! Right, I'm going to put these down here now. Well, that's awesome. This is real life. That's a song. From maybe Simple Minds. No, where is Simple Minds? Life in the Day. Anyway, that'll come to me. It's an older one from 80s. Tune in the background is Photek, from an album of Photek's actually. Amazing composer and so on, and just fantastic. Loving this tune. And can't see the title of it, it just escapes me at the moment. Right. Right. That's what you call an unboxing. Look at these for design. How cool are they? Now, I don't know if I'm getting some video lag here. Sorry if I am. So, let's get these open and get on with it. Do you know, I'm not going to edit these videos. I'm just going to upload them. It's content, whatever. Maybe edit them afterwards, but get them uploaded and then start working on titles. So, Russell Brunson, Hook Story Offer. That's kind of foremost in my mind at the moment is, okay, creating content, where's your hook, what's your story about, or, you know, you just think of a story, or an experience occurs, that is a story, you know, you're walking A to B, you see a sign, boom, you know, there's a story. So it's interesting. Since I watched this video on signal to noise and how Steve Jobs was operated on 80% signal and 20% noise, it's basically filtering out what in serving you to as in your business, your life, or anything. And I suppose yeah, really interesting. So with that being foremost in the mind, it kind of is helping me with the tasks, daily tasks and so on. And yesterday was like the first real time where I started properly just sat down, focused, and completed something, and really cool. So that was part of the certification course. You know. However, on the ClickFunnels funnel building course, funnel FBCC, funnel building coaching certification. Really cool. Cost a lot of money. Really cool though. And so what I'm doing now is I'm just recording what I'm doing to achieve that. Oh, look at these little beauties. Is that cool or what? Are they beautiful or what? So there's the backs, various inputs, but the design on these I just absolutely love. Now you do get a soft pad to put underneath for vibration. Now ideally you have either little spikes, or you have you either have little spikes or what do they call it, foam. So there's a piece of foam, so I'll get these on. OCD, make it as neat as can be. Yeah, that's cool. That is one done. Right, needs plugging in as well. Let's just do that. Say it's a flat for now. Now I did buy some of these from eBay, brand new, however one of them wasn't working, so I had to get sent back, which is strange, you know, now brand new, so, but didn't have warranty and things, so at least with Gears for Music we've got warranty. I'm just gonna load this up. So we've got balanced cable, TRS. As old Arthur Fonzarelli used to say, perfecto mundo. Right, that's cool. Next! They just love it when a plan comes together, when they get delivered early. Thought it was going to happen on Monday these, but hey ho, awesome. I'm going to make a mistake like we did last time. Keep the boxes. We keep them where? Because there's no space there. Go. And Harry at Home on YouTube, take a look at him. It's just an amazing guy, and some so talented people who he comes across in the US, in New York, who just get on the mic and rap, you know, do beats or sing, you know, and so on. So he walks around with a massive rig of synthesizer, beat making, you know, and I think it's like an MPC, setup, but very interesting. And really humble kind of guy, like him. Got the time for him. Reminded me a bit of Casey Neistat, actually, which I haven't listened to much lately. So let's just have a look. Steady away. Beauty. Look at them little beauties, such good design. Textures, colours, it's just brilliant. Love it. Okay. Foam pad number 2. So perfect. Sorry, bouncing around there. Right. So make sure they're switched off as well. So I've also got a how these are all connected up. Let's have a look at the desk with that. Right. This is going to need to come down here. So you have them at a kind of triangular angle, and they have on them a small LED light, and so when you're looking at them where you're sat, if you can see that light, you're in it's you know it's at its brightest, then you've got that ideal setup for listening. So yeah, happy days. Let's just see. I think we have to make a little adjustment here somehow. Oh, that seems to work okay. Yeah, all live and scripted. Carry on. Hey, we're getting there slowly. Right, at last. Let's power these babies on. Power 1, power 2. Right, disconnection time from that. Right, that's pretty cool. Now for the moment of truth. Let's have a look and go on to speakers and the air. Okay. Now, let's just see. Oh, may have. Let's just have that look. Yeah. Right, so where are you? Music. Let's just have a look here. Oh, yes. Awesome. I don't know if you can hear that. That is such a sweet, sweet sound. Oh, so nice. Just nice bass. No hum. Now that's what I had with the other bigger speakers, the 8-inch ones. Because they were so close to them, you could hear this sound and that were off-putting. But these, because they're just that bit smaller, works well. So it just set them up with the right levels. Okay. Oh yes, I love that sound. Oh dudes, bass came off. Yeah, and he's not gonna stand until I glue him back up. Okay, fine. You have to stay there, little Goku. And we have little Krillin. Oh, that is such a beautiful sound. So, it does seem there might be a little issue with one of the cables. So, let's move this out of here and instead show a view of what it's kind of like at the moment. So, there we go. So here's the rig which I was holding up from. Just need to click on this to check. So that's how kind of high it is, and it's all adjustable, so it's cool. But this is pretty neat. So there's your line of sight for the speaker, and ideally they may be best having them raised actually, so I'll probably get some platform for that. I've seen some good ones, because I think ideally you have the tweeter in line with your ear. One way to try that out so sat down in line with this now, just about, maybe needs a little higher, but it does make a difference. Yeah, it's really cool, really cool. Anyway, got to stop moving the camera around, seasickness in it. So got a little loop deck there, which is so useful for content creating and so on, and like this recording, stopping, pausing and so on, so, and switching between scenes and so on. So all that's to be learned, all that's to carry on, and I'll catch you all later. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. Beaton Studios and D10X, we're out of here. Do I edit that and then just write it, then go Beaton Studios and then pause and then go DM10X. Big shout out to Grant Cardone for all it's done.